Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing, well, how would you change the U.S. marriage visa process, Ben? And we're talking about K3 visas, CR1 visas, and IR1 visas. Let's put K3s aside. I did a video on K1s. I probably should have thrown K3s in there. K3s don't process the same way as the CR1 or the IR1 visas. We've discussed in many videos. Oftentimes, they'll be administratively closed. And then in the cases, if they are processed through, they process much akin to the way that the K1 visa processes. So let's set that one aside. Now we're talking about IR1 and CR1 visas, just immigrant spouse visas. Question posed, how would I change that? Well, first thing I'd do if I could is destroy NVC for all time, the National Visa Center, but obviously, and I don't mean that, I mean that in hyperbole, metaphorically. I'm not advocating anybody go after the National Visa Center, but what I'm trying to say is if it were me and I was looking at I still to this day do not understand NVC at all. I don't get why it's necessary. As I said in the K1 video, the big thing that I would do is consolidate the overall process. And if it's the immediate relative of an American citizen especially, although I think a strong argument could be made that this should also apply to immediate relatives of permanent residents as well, it's my opinion that those cases should be fully processed abroad. Now, with respect to CR1 and IR1 visas, those folks do enter the United States with green card status, so I'm not saying that extra scrutiny might not be a good thing, but maybe bring a DHS component into the Department of State to be able to provide some backup on that. We saw that actually, they talked about this when Rex Tillerson was the Secretary of State. I think I did videos on it at the time. They were trying to come up with some way of sort of consolidating DHS and DOS. It really never came of anything. I think ultimately what's going to happen is you're going to have to see it's going to have to change by law. Congress is going to have to pass a law to change it to see any of these major changes. But I got to tell you, a big one for me would be, look, consolidate it down. I don't understand the redundancy between DHS and DOS. Just make it all DOS. That would basically, in my opinion, be the way to deal with it. But again, at the end of the day, nobody really listens to me, and we're currently dealing with the U.S. marriage visa process as it is.